What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EAFC Career Mode. It's episode number 48, and for the third time, Joel Cox has broken that toe. We thought they'd cured it in Newcastle, but a recurring injury happens again. Joel Cox done for 3 months after the injury in the Community Shield. I can't believe it. Obviously, Alcaraz still down for another couple of months as well, so they'll be returning at about the same time. What we do have is the young lad, Balk, the Polish CAM, who I'm quite keen on, to be fair, as a youngster, and I know you guys are as well. Igor Vilk, not sure if I am going to loan him out this season. Of course, O'Hare's still going to be here for at least the final year of his contract as well. Could play Patino slightly further forward. Suleimana has spent time playing CAM for us as well. So it's not a major blow, but it is a blow regardless. And with the money we've got in the budget, I am starting to think maybe, with all that cash remaining after the sale of Anthony Elanga, maybe a star playmaker. And we're starting off with a bid for Connor Roberts as well. Interesting one, Chelsea, but I'm going to keep him. I know he's now 32, out of contract come the end of the season, but our squad is small, and I like him as a squad defender with really high stamina as well. So, first game of the season, beginning our title defence here at Power Court, beginning with newly promoted Leicester at home. Should be a banker, and we know Cox or Alcaraz. I'm going to go with Andrej in that CAM slot and see how he gets on. First game of the campaign needs to be a win in our title defence season. Give me that ball, thank you. And Mads. Oh, great touch by Duke. Can he step in here? Yes, he can. Can he finish? Oh, yes, he can. Just about. Iverson gets a touch, but it's not enough. And Duke picks up where he left off last season. Second highest scorer for us, and was in the top 20. All through the Premier League as well. This guy is really hitting his stride now since coming in halfway through Season 2. Drills at home and a debut, well, second debut assist for Anderson in the Premier League for Luton as well. Yeah, I'm very excited about Mads coming back. You know, he said this in the last episode, we all make mistakes when we're younger. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Mads was definitely leaving Luton where he could have continued to progress nicely. And, yep, saw the bright lights, made the error, but he's come back home where he's loved, and he's got to a good start. And speaking of which, Adebayo drills well wide of the post. Still 1-0, excellent start. You know, when a team's won the title, the next season, the following season, they've got to win the opening day, man. They need to show everyone. Look, last season, you know, we're going to get even better. Even better. And we ain't taking a step back, and neither is this man, Elijah Adebayo. Last year's top scorer with another 2-0. Leicester right now haven't really threatened in the game. They've one okay build-up which Fuentes snuffed out quick off his line. Other than that, it's been a tough one and a harsh welcome back to the Premier League. Right now, they are just they are not able to get anything going. Defending from the front. And they just can't get anything going. Anderson. Andrej. Oh, I'd love to see this hit the back of the net. Oh, good save, Iverson. Corner, Leicester. With just a couple of minutes to go. They've brought their keeper forward for it as well. It's aimed towards him too as Suleimana clears. And Gabe. Hold on, guys. Just couldn't get away. Oh, no. Now, to be fair, based on the animation, I think it's just going to be a bruise. But even so... Keeper was obviously up for the corner. 2-0, not 1-0, but hey, listen, if you can't stop them, injure them. Well, here is 2 words for the pundits that wrote us off for a title defence this season after last year's win. 3 points, that's what we're starting off with. Comfortable win on the opening day, and fingers crossed, that's just a bruise for Gabe. I think it will be, to be fair. Let's have a look as we get back to the main menu. Fingers crossed. I think because of the animation, it should just be a bruise. I mean, when a player gets up so quickly, it normally is just a knock. And yeah, it was indeed just a bruise. So keep note of that. When you see a player go down, watch the animation. If they're very quick to jump back to their feet, 9 times out of 10, it's just a bruise. And they'll be back for the next game next weekend. One thing I'm going to do real quickly as well is fire that scout, Joel Morley, which I did say I'd do when he comes back. That's a tough one, that. Coming back on the play and knowing that as soon as you touch down, you're gone, you're fired. As Christensen comes in, just because our budget was so astronomical, and I guess now's the perfect time to pick up some better scouts. So at the moment, what I've got my scouts looking for are basically just world-class players right now, and first-team quality of players. The deals are coming at the end of the year as well. Because we've made that step now, we don't really need to look at players that are low-rated, if you will, and bargains. And at the moment, you know, looking for those world-class players that can make a difference here. Now that we are title winners and going to Champions League, I do feel it's a good target the vast majority of players. But really, I'm not sure I'd want any of these players. I know Ferguson's been offered a lot in the comments, and believe me, this guy's a heck of a young talent, so I understand why you'd love to see me pick him up, but I don't think he's currently needed in this team with the offensive firepower we've got, especially in that striker role as well. So for now, it's a strange one, but even with 126 million, I don't think we need to do anything. Following game, and it's time for revenge. First away day of the season, and after they battered us at Wembley in the Community Shield and we suffered a public humiliation, it's time to get our revenge in their own backyard. Manchester United away as we face last year's FA Cup winners at Old Trafford. It's the Red Devils, after spending big this summer, looking for that first chance. What a ball. Renchi cuts it out, and Fuentes as well to control it and give it back to Wrench. We get one chance here down the right-hand side. No, we won't. The referee calls for time. Very tense first half. This, I'll take a point. Away at Old Trafford, I would definitely take a point here. There's Velasco looking to get around Ballard, who is beaten. Cross to the far post. Oh, no, not him. Anthony Alanga, wouldn't you just know it? With all the money the Red Devils spending this summer, the one new signing that pops up with the opener. Rhythm is a dancer, Anthony Alanga. Yep, great first touch on the chest and the finish as well by the Swede. Back at Old Trafford, and that's how you announce you back. Kirkes gets sucked in, trying to mark the man running into the middle. And Alanga finishes on his second debut at Old Trafford. Man, oh man, this team is incredible. I don't know how they were so poor last season, but a reinvestment in the summer, I'd say they're probably favourites to win the title this year. This is an incredible side. Oh, absolutely penned right now. Can't get out. Mukoko. Not this guy again. Oh, turn! Anthony Johan Cruyff Alanga. What a beautiful little spin to out-fox Ballard and then drill it home near post for a second. Wow. They are going to be a force to stop this year. Wow. You've just seen a battle between the champions and the new favourites, and the latter run out comfortable winners. Yeah, we might have that winner's medal, but it will take some stopping of these guys in order to retain it. Goodness gracious, that, just like the Community Shield, whilst it wasn't as much of a battering, was still just as tough. You know what, if I only ever win one Premier League title, I think, based on just how difficult of a game this is for me this year, I think I'll be satisfied enough, to be honest, you know. Oh, man. Such a tough game this year, man, like, seriously. So Anderson now gets that position change, stays at 81 overall, but definitely, in my opinion, I do see him as the long-term successor for Basuma. So, well, on the back of that wake-up call there, then, with all the money we've got, are we going to go after someone for that CAM role with both Cox and Alcaraz down? Tough call. Tough call. I think we'll do the Champions League draw. We'll do the third game, and then we'll see how we're feeling after that. Following game, final one of August, back home, Bournemouth at Power Court, and this needs to be a banker. Taught a harsh lesson there with Manchester United, but these are the games where simply we must win to have any chance of defending our title. Gabe, trying to get around Jose Gaya, and does. Needs Adebayo in the middle, though. Oh, just couldn't squeeze him through. Gabe had a bit of an off year last year, all things considered. Oh, thank you very much, James Hill, as Elijah opens screen. Yeah, not a great year from Gabriel last season, all things considered. And this year I'll be hoping for a little bit more in terms of productivity. And in the end, a heavy touch by James Hill sees possession surrendered inside your own area, and you can't do that against this Luton Town team. Elijah, second of the year already, Luton in front. Oh, see, that's yours, mate, William. Chance here, real chance. Suleiman, look at the space for Kamaldeen. Denied by Bayendia, who palms it behind for a corner to still lead by one. I never feel comfortable only leading by one. So that's why I'm glad to get the second right on cue. Elijah Adebayo, our top scorer last year, but not the Golden Boot winner. He wants his first, and he's made a brilliant statement of intent. 3 goals in his opening 3 games. Lovely delivery by Duke, and Elijah heads home. These two are just so dominant. 2 from 2 at Power Court this season, and if we're going to struggle away against the big boys, then simply put, we must win these games. So far, so good. 6 points from a possible 9. We'll take that start. So deadline day is here. Again, we've got that massive budget. But to be honest here, I think I might play this like last season and just save it until January, where of course we ended up picking up Powell for an end club record fee. Yes, the lack of depth is slightly concerning, but other than that, I think we're fine. I might just possibly buy a squad player, but other than that, leave things as they are. And I'd say right now, you know, looking at the team with the depth here, the only position we're kind of lacking in is actually striker, you know, striker and possibly winger, although of course, you know, I mean, all 3 of these guys who can play on the wing, as can Kowalski and Suleimana as well, so it's not really too big of a deal. But as for a striker, we've only actually got Adebayo and Pavel now that can be an out-and-out forward, so I think as a squad striker, last year we had Dembele on a free and then let him go. Tends to pick him back up, to be fair, but I know that Daryl Dike has been suggested since day one, and he's still at West Bromwich Albion. I don't have a full scout report on the guy, I lost it towards the end of last season, but I know how good he is. If he would come in and just settle as a squad striker and just know his role, still at 28 in the prime of his career, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, I feel like every team kind of needs a forward that can just come in when required, not expected to start really that many games in a season, but fitting in an injury crisis or a time where current forwards are misfiring. That's the sort of player you need to step in, and Daryl Dike, I think a different sort of option with the strength he got would be perfect as well. I'm trying to remove that sell-on clause, but I'll be okay with 9.7 mil. Okay, 20 million, I'm okay with that. This guy, I think, is 79 rated at this point in the save. I think that was a scout report I had on him before I lost it. So that, to me, as a squad striker, is more than good enough. A 2-year contract on £55,000 a week. We're a Champions League team now. We can afford those sort of salaries for squad players. And Daryl Dike knows his role as a squad player as well. Signing for £20 million, taking a number 20 shirt. The American forward is in from West Bromwich Albion. So, yeah, really pleased with that, man. Like, this guy definitely, to me, could still get slightly better at 79 rated. And as a squad striker, he's just exactly what I want, really. A different option with the physicality on a sporadic squad role as well means that he's not going to complain about a lack of game time as well. It's exactly the sort of player I want. I would like to get his pace up, to be fair, as well. That'd be quite good, that. And the skill moves too. So, yeah, Daryl Dike in. I'll take that. It's a good deal, that. Trent's not going to go again, is he? No, I don't think he's gone this time. So, in the end, the top deals on deadline day were, wow, Manchester United losing that Uruguayan centre-half Figueroa to Lazio for 95.5. You know, Harvey Elliott has now moved within Germany from Dortmund to Wolfsburg, and Fofana has left Chelsea and gone to Marseille. Okay, interesting stuff. So, that'll do it for the summer transfer window. I'm happy with how the squad is looking. And we'll have this team to work with heading into the Champions League and our title defence season. Is it good enough to defend the title again? Is it good enough to pick up possibly the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup and reach the latter stage of the Champions League too? I think it's all going to depend on how healthy the boys stay. And so moving on, we now have 3 more scouting reports as well. As Matthew Hodges continues to look quite good. Continue to scout on him just for now though, as we look for our next gems to make the academy here with Luton Town. I'm so hopeful that Shabalala won't ask for a contract this season and wait until next year, man. I don't want his growth to get stunted. And unfortunately, no one making the cut from Canada or Australia this time around. This is why, again, you continue scouting for as long as you can. We saw Max Banks in the last episode. We were like, oh, hello. He looks fantastic. But the potential has already rapidly decreased. That's why you don't jump and give players scholarships after just 1 month unless you're absolutely certain they're going to be stars. Because the likelihood is they're going to go down quite quickly. So yeah, the academy's still looking at this. It's South Africa and South Korea with one lone Englishman still making up the youth squad so far. But I'm still so excited about Shabalala, man. He still looks fantastic. So when is the Champions League group draw? What have we got? I'm gonna hide that because we've just done it. We've just had it's Friday the 1st. We've just had it, so I'll hide that so you won't see who that is. But oh my god, Champions League group stage draw, and Luton Town for the first ever time playing CL football have got in their group. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Villarreal, the Spanish side. Bayern Munich, one of the favourites to go and win it. And Victoria Paulsen, who, to be fair, are regularly playing Champions League football, albeit normally exiting at the group stage. That is a tough one, and we'll do well to get through that group. Bayern, to me, firm favourites, but I think it'll be us and Villarreal eyeing up that second runners-up spot. And Bayern might have taken a step back in this save, but they will still be one of the favourites to go and win it, as they always are. So comment down below, guys, how do you see that group finishing? Give me the order you think it will finish for this season. I'm still going to go with Bayern top. I think they'll be able to top the group. Us in second. I think we can make it through as runners-up. Villarreal third and Victoria Paulsen in fourth. Comment below on what order you think the group will finish in. Right, let's play a couple more in the build-up to the group opener against Bayern then. Next up, Burnley away at Turf Moor as we search for our first win this season outside of Power Court. Come on, Luton Town. Kirkes to Duke. In the middle are Adebayo and Ondrej. And what a start for this young man. He's already got an assist. Oh, and he's just coolly slotted it home for his first of the season as well. No Alcaraz, no Cox. No problem. Ondrej, who is first of the year to go along with the assist on the opening day as well. And that was as cool of a finish you like. Bailey Peacock Farrell comes out to close down the angle and he just strokes it home. Bottom corner. I love those finishes, you know, I really do. They're so aesthetically pleasing when they're just stroked. They're just placed. They're just guided home into the bottom corner, you know. No power, just kissed goodnight into the back of the net. Luton lead, and it's Ondrej off to a flyer this season. Kirkes well read, mate. He's looking pretty decent since coming in from Galatasaray. Still currently leading by 1. As he rolls it through the gap to Patino. Out wide is Duke. In the middle is Ondrej, and here he is again. This young man to Charlie Patino. Gets away. Can he slide for Adebayo? We can. This has got to be 2. Bang! Elijah Adebayo on flames to start the season again. 4 in as many games. Lovely ball by Charlie Patino as well. Still yet to get his first goal for the club since coming back. But hey, listen, he knows how to set him up. He's got an excellent range of passing. And right on full display there is another assist for the Arsenal Academy graduate. And forward we go on the break here. Anderson, lovely ball. Adebayo, this has got to be 3. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful from Adebayo. Top scorer for us last year. This season he's going for the golden boot. Already 5. I'd really like to get Gabriel a goal or an assist, to be honest. We'll have a chance here as well as he searches for his first this season. Composure, yes! Gabriel Long had an off year last season. Reasonably slow start this season as well, but there's his first deal, and you can see what it means to the boys as well. Mobbed by his teammates as finally Gabriel breaks his drought, but the fans don't seem that bothered. Hey, listen, Gabe, at least I am. Nice ball roll to sell the covering defender, and the finish to match as well. Bayern Munich, Villarreal, and Victoria Paulsen, we might be debutantes, but we're targeting getting through that group, and we're making a statement here at Turf Moor. 4-0 up. That's yours, correct. Well in, mate. Well in, and now is, oh, lovely ball. Can Gay win that? Yes, he can. Oh, great chance here on the break. Suleimana flicks it through. Adebayo, Kamaldeen, Gabriel Long. Brilliant counter. Oh, what a goal that would have been. 2 tough losses to Manchester United in the Community Shield and at Old Trafford, but Luton Town are still looking like a serious threat to defend that title. Big 4-0 win at Turf Moor. Probably one of the best performances I've had since the save began. That was pure demolition from start to finish. And unfortunately, we do have 2 youth player unsettled emails here in September. Thankfully, neither is Shabalala, and Cozy and Dimi Kumalo as well, who, to be fair, has amazing potential but a poor overall. So I've Obviously got my hands tied now, so I will need to give them both deals. So, wait, who was the other one? Was it Nkosi? I think it was Nkosi, wasn't it? Who wanted a deal? Yeah, there we go. The young goalkeeper. Okay, all right. We'll pop him in the first team and try and loan him out in January. Actually, I might loan out Brian instead. They both show great potential, but Brian's obviously 10 ratings higher, so I'd rather get him the game time to kind of close the gap on Patterson, if you will. So I can't check Kumalo's potential yet, but I'll aim to loan this anyway. Right, let's do one more and then we'll leave it there with the Champions League debut against Bayern coming in midweek. Forest, pointless to start the season off after 4 games at home. This should be an easy 3 points. Yeah, sometimes these can be the toughest games to win. We've talked about it at length before with the debatable handicap, whether it's in the game or not. Much discussion about that. Obviously last season we had that shock home loss to Watford, and heading into this game here, Forest are playing some good football as well to start off with, but thankfully we'll get it away. Should be alright though, as Adebayo's this game, get your skates on, and an early goal will do us the world of good. Gabriel Long steps in field, Adebayo, Patino, off the post. Still searching for that first goal for Luton Town. Miloš to Patino. Now Adebayo. Oh, she couldn't squeeze it through a Ondrej there. But Forest have got to be careful here. Oh, Ondrej, what a start for the young man. Oh, how on earth have I not converted that? Second time at the woodwork. This kind of reminds me of that Brentford game last season. Do you remember when we somehow missed the target with 3 1-on-1s? I didn't feel like my finishing was off, but clearly it was. Twice I'm at the woodwork. And really, should be 2-0 up. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Careful. Ballard, well in. Massive tackle at nick of time. So one late chance for a breakaway here. There he is, Duke. Ondrej, Adebayo, and Elijah's going to say to the young man, this is how you convert a 1-on-1. What a start for Elijah Adebayo. Flex on him as much as you like, Captain. Great touch there, but Correa just want to get it back on the deck, and Ballard says, right, let's take control of this. The CB duo of Ballard and Correa just taking control here as we still lead by 1 and look for a second. And there's Duke, and there is Ondrej, and there is Adebayo. Oh, he's just on absolute flames right now, pointing into the sky as he's sky high for confidence. Luton 2-0 up. Suma out wide to Gabe. I'm going to try and send Long through there. Kowalczyk through there. And Kowalczyk, can he finish? Oh, yes he can. Bottom corner off the bench for Elijah. And his first league goal of the season. Go on, Pavel. How do you do the Trivela shot? Because I know a lot of you guys have been saying you've got to take advantage of Pavel having that in his play style. But I just held down R1 for that finish there. And he got over finesse with the weaker left foot. Even though the Trivela could have been on that right hand side. Do you just use the circle button and no hold of R1, or do you hold L2? How do you do it? Comment below. I thought it was R1, but I guess it's not. Anyway, this game is done. We might still get a fourth in stoppage time here for back-to-back 4-1s. It's Gabe. Call as you like. Oh, Kowalczyk! Goodness gracious. Elijah might also be a red-hot start this season, but Pavel Kowalczyk says, soz to Trivela, I don't need to use it yet. Gabe selflessly offloads, and he just levered it with that weaker left foot. Job done, 4-0, Luton making a statement. Bayern, we're looking forward to the clash in the week. Yes, we lost at Old Trafford, but since then, perfect. Back-to-back 4-0 wins. We've only conceded 2 goals all season long. And that will do it for today's episode, guys. So big thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode, which you won't want to miss. Episode 49, where we'll play our first ever Champions League games with Luton Town. As we'll kick off with Bayern coming to Power Court. Mate, I'm buzzing for that one. Have a fantastic day. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.